welcome to another episode of The Field Between, a podcast that has no official position on things that happened in the last week or so. My name is Ahmed.
I'm Yasmin. I'm back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
This is still a dual podcast, though I appreciate Ahmed carrying the torch for a busy week.
People have been writing in. They said that they loved last episode.
Did they say they missed me? Where are they writing in?
They just said that they loved the last episode on our email.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some background checks on who these people are.
Yeah. The people cry out for more Ahmed solo episodes.
No.
Yeah.
It's the field between, you know? You have to be between things.
Well, sounds like it's between the world and me.
I bet they missed us bickering.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on?
How are we, Ahmed?
Go ahead.
Oh, we're
I
good.
asked you.
You asked me first.
Yeah.
I'm good. I feel like life is always like this, but especially right now in this season, a lot of balancing. Like work is good, love is good, social is good, but a lot of conscious trying to keep the balls in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
You stressed out?
I don't feel that stressed. I just think it's like requires like conscious effort to stay balanced. But I feel pretty good right now in this moment, alhamdulillah. I'm a little sleepy actually right now, but
Do you feel unbalanced?
no, I feel decent.
Balanced?
I just feel like it is requiring
all
effort.
of your humors?
Yeah.
And the bile and
I'm in the third year of my contract, and so I have this thing called the third year review, which is kind of silly because it actually, like, I turned it in October, so it's actually more of a review of my first 2 years, but it happens in my third year.
Yeah.
And it determines whether my contract is renewed for another 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then after those 2 years, inshallah, it determines whether or not I get tenure. So yeah, just have to like turn a lot of materials and get stuff kind of finished off my desk in time for that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, somewhat busy, but but still like enjoying life. We had an event this Friday that was super fun, collaborated with a new group in town, met some new people. It was basically kind of like geared towards Muslim women, and it was mostly Muslim women, but not exclusively. And it was really nice. I met a lot of really fun people, so that was lovely. We did some collaging, which I find very relaxing.
Yeah.
And today we went to a barbecue with friends. Tomorrow we're going to a kid's birthday party. So a nice weekend all in all.
Nice. Okay.
What are your life updates, Ahmed? It's going to be your birthday.
I don't have any. Yeah, I'm turning
Thursday.
34.
You got to look at the putt places I sent you. We got a scheme.
I don't know. We don't have to do anything.
I want to do something, even if it's really small. It's fun. You got to mark it in some way.
Okay.
You also got new shoes.
I got new shoes. That's good. I'm excited about those.
Yeah. But we should do putt.
Wide toe box. Just a thin minimalist sole. They're great for walking.
You're saying that
I think you should get a pair.
They've been helping with pain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to use your research skills, so I want like an everyday black shoe that I can wear to work that is like everything you described, but not a sneaker.
What do you want it to be?
Like a loafer or a boot or flat. A flat is probably too much to hope for.
Mm-hmm.
Not a clog, but something in this, something that looks more professional.
Okay.
Yeah. Because wearing the hokas to class is not the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, it's, same status quo. It's all good.
Yeah. Oh, lots more fall vibes, which is so nice.
That is
Pittsburgh
nice.
is the best in the fall.
Actually, it's
good
apple
apples.
season now. Yeah. So we got our first batch of like good apples for the season.
We're on our apple a day
That's
business
very nice.
again.
Yeah. And I've been making a lot of creme fraiche. So I've been doing the apple with creme fraiche and honey.
I add flaky salt.
That's pretty good.
So good. Yeah.
That's it. I made the Kashmiri chai for the last event and color's good.
It was excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting better at that. That's a regular on the menu. I don't think people really liked it.
I think this crowd was not exposed to it previously. But like our friend today.
They're a bunch of idiots.
I know. Our friend today, I I won't say her name. How will I describe her? Our lovely PhD STEM friend. She was like, oh, she wanted the Kashmiri chai. And I was like, oh, it's regular chai.
Dang.
But I mean, she still liked it, but.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
once the people are exposed, they yearn for Kashmiri chai.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like not our anniversary anymore because we were married in May. We were married May 24th, right?
14th.
14th. You're right. We were married May 14th the first time, which is like our actual anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we've been married for 3 years. And I'm glad that we have that as our anniversary now because we used to kind of count how long we've been dating based on your birthday. And, you know, marriage is like the actual anniversary that counts, but also it's like too many things to celebrate at once because it's my birthday and then it's your birthday and then we set our anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still sweet that we've been together for 5 years this Thursday.
How does that feel?
It feels really good.
You never dated anyone for 5 years?
Oh, no. I'd never dated anyone for more than 2 years.
Yeah.
And even then in college and not well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it feels
How
super
does it feel?
It feels good. It feels like, I don't know, it feels good. I feel like we've grown a lot. I feel like I had more growing to do than I realized in relationship. And
Yeah,
it also feels
you're a
like
little
there's,
baby.
yeah,
You're a little relationship baby.
in some ways for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's also a lot to still explore and do. So
And now you
nice.
kind of have a PhD in being in a relationship.
You're right. I've been with you as long as I was in a PhD program.
Are you more proud of this than you are of your PhD?
Yeah, I think I am.
Wow.
I've always told you that, actually. You were like,
Trad
don't
wife.
say that. No, it's not a trad wife thing. Look, I'm very proud of having a
Trad
PhD.
wife.
But I think I'm not just proud like, oh, that I'm a wife. It's not like that for the sake of it. I'm proud that I'm with you specifically. But more than that, I'm proud of like the life that we built together. And it's something I really wanted was to have a life that was very grounded in community and that I felt like I was building something. So yeah, I'm very grateful.
You're proud of your loser, unemployed husband?
But you do a lot, my love. Like, I mean, I want you to have a job because I miss buying shit. But like, ultimately, it's not like I think less of you because you're not currently employed. You know what I mean?
Start playing video games.
Okay.
For a living.
You're a very craft-based person. Like, I feel like even if you did video games, you'd still do other stuff. So,
No.
okay. You're going to just be a video game guy.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get famous on video games.
You're going to try to get famous.
Yeah.
I think you may have aged out of that. I think the youngins.
That's going to be my shtick.
Okay.
I'm going to be like the guy. I don't know how to play the video games.
But you're going to like.
What are they?
Yeah. Actually, there were 2 young girls that were here on Friday and you were like asking about games. They were super amused by you.
Oh yeah, these 2 girls.
They're
I was like in 7th and 4th grade and I was asking them about
5th and 7th, yeah.
I was asking them about
They're
Roblox.
sisters, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, I think it was cute how much they were enjoying talking to you. They were like educating you
Yeah.
about how they play. And
I was just like, do you build stuff? And I was like, is it like Minecraft? And they said, no, it's not like Minecraft. In Minecraft,
what a dumb question.
you have to build like a whole world. And I was just like, oh, okay. But I guess in Roblox, the world's already created and you just experience it as your character.
The only reason I know about Roblox, I don't know anything about it, but I've seen reels of like pro-Palestine protests on Roblox, like kids having protests on Roblox, which is very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole other world. But there were a couple of overlap shows that we watched. They had heard of, they'd heard of SpongeBob.
Well, it was cute. They have like older siblings. They had come here with their older sister. And so they were saying that they were watching like older shows to feel like connected to their siblings.
Yeah.
So they had seen a bunch of like, I guess what are now classics, which is so funny. The SpongeBob is like a vintage show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone lost their Labubu.
Oh, yeah. We never found it. I don't think it was here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That is sad. I also learned about collage cleanup. I have some thoughts on how I would set up differently next time because it was a pain to clean up. It was very worth it, but I think I'll put down a sheet next time so that afterwards I can just kind of like, sorry.
Well, that's why we have the mic stand.
Yeah, I know.
So you don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, you just dropped something.
That's true. Yeah, we have a big tarp.
Right,
And we
put that out.
also
yeah.
have like the extra bed sheet that we have in the painting supplies.
Actually, damn, that tarp would have been perfect. That's so annoying. I'll definitely do that next time. Because yeah, it was just like a lot of little pieces everywhere, which was like totally worth it and still so fun. But I feel like there's a way to do it that'd be easier to clean up next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love to collage. It's so relaxing. I love like crafts. Actually, that's not true. I don't have a lot of patience. Like you are good at like sewing and like actual craftsmanship. I just like low stakes playing with stuff, you know?
Uh-huh.
We don't play enough as adults. I want to play more.
We're always playing.
Really?
We're playing with God.
Okay.
And he's angry at us right now.
That doesn't sound relaxed. Anyway, how do you feel about 5 years?
It's normal. It's normal shit.
What do you mean it's normal?
Because
you've done it before.
Yeah.
That's not a good answer.
No, it's good. I feel like we've done a lot in 5 years. Our lives have changed a lot.
Yeah, we're living in a different place. Traveled.
It feels like we're living according to our values, which is nice.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of them, but
no, but I feel like a lot of them. I agree. We gotta pray more. That's a thing. You know what I was thinking we should do?
What?
We should have a mugger before Mad Men policy.
Okay.
It's alliterative.
What are we gonna do when we run out of Mad Men to watch?
I don't know. We'll have to change the policy, but for now. I meant to wake you up and tell you that the other night, but I was like, he's already sleeping.
Yeah, it's definitely not a reason to wake me up. Also, when I first wake up, this is just like, it's not that bad, but I feel like when we first wake up, you immediately just start talking. Like I'm still trying to get out of the haze of sleepiness, and you're like, I'm gonna have 2 eggs and a bagel and yogurt, and I think I'm gonna make like a whatever. You just start like rattling off everything that it's just thoughts immediately just start pouring into your head, and I'm like, great, dude, that sounds awesome. I don't really know how you want me to respond.
I just want to share with you.
Yeah,
because to me it's like, oh yay, our day started, here's what's happening today.
I'm like, holy shit, dude, I'm awake again and my body hurts. Like, I'm aware of all the different pains.
I have started, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have like, I try and do less like joint tasks for the day first thing when we wake up. I'm not like, oh, we have to do X, Y, Z. I'm just telling you.
That's very considerate.
Yeah, I'm just telling you the things that I'm going to do, which is the most immediate thing is I'm going to eat breakfast. So sometimes even when we're falling asleep, I'm thinking about what
you're telling me about the breakfast tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm trying to fall asleep.
I just like to think out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you don't expect me to respond.
I don't.
Because sometimes you're just doing it right as I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like cuddling in the morning.
It is nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I often think I'm like, oh, this is the best the day is going to be.
That's so sweet.
When we kind of
you're gonna make
cuddle
me cry.
in the morning.
I was gonna say you gotten cuddlier in the morning actually, which is really sweet. You weren't always like that. Not like you were like against it, but like you'll reach out to me as often as I reach out to you.
Yeah.
It sucks that we're on the box because I have to pee a lot in the morning. Otherwise I would stay in bed longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like pressing on your tummy.
Yeah.
To make you have to pee.
Dangerous game. It's gonna backfire one day. Okay. I'm not gonna be accountable.
No, it is annoying. I wish we had a bath like that last place. So it was nice because the bathroom right next to the bed.
I have found a place on Zillow that I really want us to tour because I have an idea of how we would make it in a way.
It's another very female thing. It's just a slideshow of all the Zillow homes that we can't afford. That you're just like, hey, take a look at this.
Well, I don't know. I feel
and
like
you're planning our lives around it.
I'm not planning our lives around it. I'm always crushing on different Zillow houses. But there's one that I feel like is a good price for the location. And I have like some really clever ideas I feel about how we could make it like be a bigger space than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I toured a $2 million condo.
Yeah. So speaking of impractical, my ideas are budget within our budget range.
I didn't know. It wasn't. It was just like an open house sign in a building that I was interested in, and I thought I was just gonna go look at like a reasonable apartment. It's downtown Pittsburgh.
You didn't think that. It's a penthouse.
I didn't know it was a penthouse. There was just literally just an open house sign pointing into the building that we walked by.
By the way, I realized after you went that I've seen those posted on Zillow, those apartments. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I didn't know, and I thought it was just something similar to where we are now. And then it ended up being the penthouse in there. It was cool. It definitely, I don't know who is paying $2 million for a condo in downtown Pittsburgh.
It was $1 million, right?
2 million.
That's crazy.
It's 1.9.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that they're gonna get at that. Just because, like,
They said they have someone renting the second floor for $10,000 a month.
who? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like, I get upset when people shit on downtown. I just saw a reel that pissed me off today, actually, or maybe yesterday.
It's very racially coded.
It is, yeah. And like also like very anti-homeless. Having said that, there is a lot of homelessness downtown, which is super sad and not those people's fault. People have been pushed here because different.
It's not a good thing,
right? But I was gonna say specifically, like a bunch of shelters have closed and people have like basically been pushed to this area.
Yep.
I just can't imagine someone spending that much. Like, it just doesn't seem like it makes any sense. Like, I feel like the people who have that kind of money would want to be in the suburbs or at least in like, I don't know. It just does not make sense to me. I don't see anyone doing that.
Yeah.
And like, our rent is not cheap for Pittsburgh, but it's very reasonable for the amount of space that we have. So like, if you could have a place like this, just like why? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That place is like a block from us. I mean, I get it. It's like much bigger and it's, you know, you got a rooftop access. There's obviously other stuff, but $1 million? I don't know.
Yeah. What else? You had an item?
Any more reflections on our love?
Oh, on 5 years?
Yeah.
I'm glad we're doing it. It's good.
What are things that you think about for the next 5 years?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Hopefully
you don't
I'll have a
think
job.
like that. Yeah. That's a little more immediate.
I think in the next 5 years, I mean, I guess we'll be, if not have a kid,
Inshallah.
I think we'll have a kid.
I think we will too, yeah. Unless, like, you never know, we have fertility issues or...
I mean, I'd like to, the next place that we live, I'd like it to be suitable for a child.
Yeah, even if it's not like a forever home, a house, because we couldn't have a kid here.
No.
Unless we threw them on the box and like cage them in. Or...
Well,
we couldn't easily.
Yeah, it's tough. Next 5 years.
I want to travel more.
Yeah, it would be nice to travel.
A lot of things I want to maintain, just like keep on.
Trump third term would be nice.
It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a joke, by the way. Anyone listening for the first time.
Let's see.
I want to develop more of a faith community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe live in Philly.
I wish, man, if there was a job, I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'm starting to kind of just picture us in Pittsburgh for the next 5 years and feel really good about it with the asterisks that I want to travel more. I think that will make me feel like very content here. Yeah.
That's true.
Because we have so many good people. I mean, I felt this way in North Carolina too. So truthfully, I know I could totally feel this way in another city again. But yeah, I'm just grateful. We have like so many people now that I really like and like a whole bunch of people we're getting to know. And it just like feels really nice to have that. And we're finally starting to meet more people with kids. And so like thinking about that next phase, I'm like, oh, I'll probably like even reach out to those people more, Yeah.
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 That's it.
All right. I've got, should I start with the Charlie Kirk update or should I start with a different item?
Oh, yeah. So I gave my views on the Charlie Kirk discourse last episode, but
which I, by the way, sorry, I will absolutely listen to. No,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to listen. I just haven't yet. I'll probably listen tomorrow.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts?
So I'm not going to get into too much detail because I just feel like there's been so many hot takes and thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I am a person who likes a hot take and I'm like quick to comment on things. I did find just the sheer amount of discourse about this man kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
And like very intense on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
I had heard of Turning Point USA. And then so a bunch of things he's done I'd heard of, but truthfully I didn't know his name before this, which I know that you were like a lot more clued into. Yeah. He also maintained the professor watch list, which I know actually several professors who have been like severely harassed by being on that list.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really impacted their quality of life. And in some cases, I won't get into details, but not been great. So I guess I was familiar with his work, but not with like the man himself.
You got to talk into the mic.
Yeah. The only thing I have to add is that they found the killer, which I guess they had it when you were recording.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Or the alleged guy. I mean, but seems like he is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a straight white dude who's troubled with muddled, unclear politics from a Republican family.
Wow.
And there was so much hope, it seems, amongst certain people that he would be brown or
This
trans
leftist.
or leftist.
So he wrote some things on the bullets.
So one thing that we should note that I wanted to make sure that we noted is, so he did write something that was like lol fascist. He wrote a couple of things that, like, from what I've read and heard,
Very internet stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Unclear if he's like actually anti-fascist or just making weird internet references.
So one of them said, "Hey fascist, catch this." One said, asterisk, notices bulge, close asterisk, O, capital O, W, O, which is, I'm not really sure, but that seems like something like deep 4chan internet.
Yeah.
Another one says, "If you're reading this, you're gay." Oh my God.
What?
He got me.
Oh. Yeah.
And then there was another one that
But something that was super irresponsible and very upsetting was that the Wall Street Journal misreported that he had written like pro-trans stuff, and it was actually like super dumb. There was like something that was written on the bullet itself that was like the name of the company or something. It was like TRN. Apparently, it's just and they thought it was just like so fucking stupid.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, people were also reporting. I see a lot of people sharing him in a Trump shirt, which is apparently fake.
Oh no, but he did dress as Trump apparently for Halloween once.
But I don't think that people are sharing a picture of him in a Trump shirt.
Got it.
And I think that one's not real.
But like, nothing is clear enough about this man's ideology. He literally just seems like another troubled white dude. Like,
sure, yeah.
Who was a good shooter, unfortunately. Like, that's literally it.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, Charlie Kirk sucked. He was not a good man. He enabled this kind of violence. But also, it is scary that people are just like getting shot so much. Like, it's not awesome. It's not like a good vibe. It's a little scary for sure. Especially thinking about like working on a college campus, but really, honestly, anywhere that you gather now in the U.S., like it's very like it's all of us. I think it's on the back of our heads. Like when you go to a movie theater, like when our friends were over and we for July 4th when we were walking around FurryCon, like both me and my friend separately were like, ugh, and then later we both were having that thought, like our friend that like just like nervousness in being in a crowd, and it doesn't feel great to live like that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Everyone is acting like he was just this great journalist.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's just not. And
he was just an edgelord. I mean, he was a good organizer,
also,
clearly.
A ton of journalists who are, dying all the time and don't get any.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, he did like, this doesn't make him, I think also people confuse like efficiency with goodness, like, you know what I mean? Like fascism is efficient. Like,
oh my God, this is
are we sponsored?
Sexy Pizza Hut ad.
That is a sexy. Your voice was very like sultry.
Wow, this is
makes
too sexy.
Me want some pizza.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, it was a very effective mobilization of young people. It made conservatism see like the thing that was counterculture.
Yeah.
So like, like it obviously was good at what he did. Doesn't mean that it was morally good.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about it. But mostly I wanted to highlight how irresponsible it was to make it seem as if though this guy was trans without knowing that. And just like, there aren't that many trans people statistically. And it's just very scary to have people put on blast like that. We know this is like an old Family Guy thing. It's true. Like whenever the shooter is not a white male, like everyone has to fucking suffer for whatever identities that person holds.
The really crazy thing has been, because yes, a lot of people speculated before they caught the shooter, and it seemed like, I mean, everyone on the MAGA right and everyone in the government, Laura Loomer, Trump, Kash Patel, like all these people were just assuming that it was some crazy leftist, and they were talking about how they were going to crack down on all these leftist organizations. And even like the really crazy thing is that Netanyahu was also making all these posts about Charlie Kirk. He's like, Charlie Kirk was a great friend to Israel.
Why is he so involved in our life? I can't.
No, and also saying he's like, oh, he was killed for his political beliefs, and because all of these crazy authoritarian leftists. So it's like Netanyahu is just cravenly and very obviously trying to use this guy's murder to get rid of a swath of people that he doesn't like because he feels like they're starting to turn the tide on Israeli opinions on Israel in the US.
Yeah. I mean, I think Kirk was super pro-Israel.
He was.
Yeah. I mean, and very
people were starting to come
anti-Palestinian.
up with like a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. I don't know if you like delved into the conspiracy theories in the first like 48 hours.
No.
I did.
thankfully. Yeah.
A lot of people were just like, oh, Israel assassinated him because he was starting to change his mind, and they would cut together all these clips of Charlie Kirk saying,
I've only heard him say abhorrent things.
oh, I mean, yeah, he was like pro-Israel or whatever for the most part, but they took like these one-off clips of him saying, oh, they, it is ethnic, they're trying to do ethnic cleansing, essentially just saying some very basic shit and saying like, oh, he was starting to ask questions. Oh, and also
It's like giving the man way too much
some
credit.
clips of him talking about how he's scared how much power AIPAC has.
God.
And he doesn't think that we should be giving Israel
Broken
a bunch
clock,
of money.
right?
But that was
Twice
it,
a
right?
day, yeah.
That was it. And then he had like an interview 2 days before with Ben Shapiro on his show, where he asked, is the media telling the truth about Israel or something like that or whatever? And just Ben Shapiro was just like, I have my critiques of the Netanyahu government, mostly being that they should have done this faster. And I'm just like, what an insane thing to say.
Yeah. But I mean, this is the thing, like, there's a lot of like tension and a sense of decline across this country, and there's a lot of guns. Like, it doesn't have to be like a deeper conspiracy theory. Like, this has been happening. It's going to keep happening.
Then there was a private jet that took off close to the shooting. People said that they found a private jet that took off.
Wow.
And turned off its radars mid-flight or something like that illegally.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, someone called this assassination and all this stuff. So it got really crazy. So I'm glad they found someone, because people were really starting to come up with
like
some
his family tipped off the
shit.
FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's scary. I mean, definitely dream of a day where we have less access to guns. Not much to say beyond that, honestly. I was interested that on campus, I didn't really hear students discussing it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they will more next week.
Trump was asked today, did you see that? How he feels about, he was asked about Charlie Kirk, and he said something, he's like, I feel good. They're starting construction on some part of the White House, the ballroom or whatever that he's building in the White House. So he's getting rid of the White House Rose Garden to build a new ballroom.
Yeah.
And so he just shifted the conversation to that. I think I said this on the episode that I did. I was like, I don't think Trump actually gives a shit about Charlie Kirk.
I think he does.
Barely remembers who he is, but thinks he's
I think
useful.
he does. I mean, he was good friends with his son, and Trump stumped for him a lot. I think Trump's also old and doesn't always know what's being asked of him.
I don't know.
I think also maybe he's trying to pivot because it wasn't like a leftist like he was promising his base. You know? I mean, he's also said he's going to give him posthumously the Medal of Freedom or whatever bullshit.
So one thing that I said on the last episode was that disrespecting, or like he isn't owed being mourned by everyone, and that disrespecting Charlie Kirk is not the same as advocating for more or similar kinds of acts.
Oh, of course,
right?
yeah.
Or saying,
well, it's not, yeah.
Even saying like, whatever, he deserved what he got, I don't give a shit, is not saying that after an act happens and being like, whatever, at least someone I don't like got targeted for once, is not the same as before the fact saying, I think Charlie Kirk should die for his political opinions. Yeah. But that's the conflation that people are trying to make. And that's, something that I said on the last episode.
Well, don't repeat all the content.
No. But apparently this guy just got fired for essentially making,
really?
Tweeting pretty much the exact same thing.
From where?
Let me see. I can't remember where it was.
I think, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel the need to police other people and how they relate to abhorrent people dying. I don't personally find any interest and I'm not saying this to kind of claim some kind of like moral superiority. I just am kind of, like, I didn't have much to say about this man's death. And I think it is totally fair and not a pivot to be like, yeah, gun violence is scary. Like people getting shot at rallies is scary. But I also don't think when someone was so hateful and like really enabled the rise of fascism in this country, which apparently Trump is also trying to outlaw saying that, I don't think that it's wrong to not like have to like actively mourn that person's death, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like a line there that's totally fair. I mean, also like just incredibly, incredibly Islamophobic, like beyond belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think a world in which people can get randomly shot is not like a place I want to live, obviously.
Yeah.
Not great.
I'm trying to find it, but I had it up earlier today. Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, anything else to say about Kirk? I've got another firing to segue us to.
No, I don't have anything else on Kirk. But I have something else on violence.
Mine's also violent.
Okay, go for it.
Sad. What a sad theme.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really violent, but I'll read the title. This is an NBC News article.
Oh, sorry. I found it real quick.
All right.
NBA reporter fired after his Charlie Kirk tweets where he would said, quote, political differences are not the same thing as spewing hateful rhetoric on a daily basis, and refusing to mourn a life devoted to that cause is not the same thing as celebrating gun violence. Just so we're 100% clear on that.
And he was fired for that?
Well, so actually,
or was that the follow-up?
You tell me. So he had other tweets after. That's it. You know, he was a father. Half of y'all don't give a damn about doing anything to stop gun violence when victims of mass shootings were literal children, and those kids weren't bigots spreading genocidal propaganda, or a mindset he directly fed into with his holy grail of ironies, and posted his like Second Amendment take about it's worth it.
Yeah, which a lot of people were.
Yeah, and then he said, if you're saddened by today's political violence, horrified by the video, or repulsed by my response, ask yourself why your reaction was different when it came to school shootings, mass deportations, or the hundreds of videos of horrific murders in Gaza, parentheses, which Kirk cheered on.
Right.
I truly don't care if you think it's insensitive or poor timing to decline to respect an evil man who died. Too many of you are more concerned with being polite or appearing to be good people rather than showing some damn backbone and standing on principle to condemn hate.
Yeah.
And he was fired. He was like a Phoenix Suns, that's the basketball team, political commentator. And he was fired. And I was like, I wonder if he was fired for the Charlie Kirk thing or for the Gaza thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it might be also kind of the pro-Palestine stuff.
Yeah, I don't know who the ownership of the Phoenix Suns are.
That's another like really dark, sad thing is like, I didn't watch the video. I didn't see it, thankfully, because I don't really like watching gory videos. But if I had, I mean, and I've heard a number of people say this, this is not, again, to belittle this man's death, and like all murder is bad, et cetera, et cetera. But we've seen a lot of death online this last 2 years. Like, I mean, just the things that I've watched without trying to are just like absolutely beyond the pale of anything I ever thought I would watch.
That is, I mean, yeah, that's right. It's like you see that, and it is.
And I'm not saying that as
horrific.
like a, right. Like I just to finish my thought, I'm not happy about that. And I'm not saying that to belittle like other forms of death outside of Palestinian deaths, but like, I just think it's interesting that for so many people, it's the first time that they saw like a video, it sounds like, that was so gory. And it's like, wow, we're living in such different mediascapes, because I'm someone who like actively tries to avoid watching things like that. And I've seen just a shit ton of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I think that's a good point, because a lot of the people who are saying, like, oh my God, you're being so disrespectful of Charlie Kirk, they see this video and it is objectively like horrifying. I saw the video. I mean, you see him get shot in the neck, and then blood comes pouring out of that artery, and his body flies back.
God, what a violent world we
lifeless.
live in.
And suddenly there's mass panic, obviously, right? It's a huge group of people. People start running around.
And
they
also,
don't know
fairly enough, because it's America, a lot of people apparently that were witnesses thought that it was a mass shooting. And like, so they were just personally taking cover.
Of course. Yeah, no, there's like chaos. because no one knows what's going on. And I think you're exactly right. Like it is so scary, but we've been watching videos like this, worse even, right? Of people being torn apart by rockets, people being crushed by buildings, children who have had body parts shot off and are in the hospital. Like we don't need to get like too gruesome with it, but much more graphic videos.
And again, I'm even someone who tries actively not to watch those videos, but just simply by being like somewhat informed about what's happening in Palestine, it's literally unavoidable.
And these people's reaction is just get the fuck over it, you fucking like terrorist sympathizer.
I mean, that's like the bottom line. That's disturbing, but very apparent that we keep on saying because it's true. It's just like not all lives are equally valued. You know, like not everyone is actually seen as human. So, yeah.
And you know, with the crowd of people, like you see videos like that every day now with the GHF distribution sites where it's just a crowd of people and they're just firing bullets into the crowd and causing mass panic. Like we see videos like that every day and they're just like, fuck it. Who cares? You're being a little like soft lib, whatever. So
speaking of libs, sorry, I actually have one more thought on this and then we can definitely move on. But I also just like the Ezra Klein op-ed for the New York Times. It was so fucking stupid. I forget the title. I did read it. It was something like, what are you
Charlie
doing?
Kirk is doing politics the right way.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm spinning this screwdriver.
Causing chaos,
yeah,
my
it's
man.
true. It's bad podcasting.
Wait, say the title again.
It's called Charlie Kirk is doing politics politics the right way.
Yeah, it was just like literal fluff, nothing. Basically like free speech. Like again, I'm all for free speech, but this man literally incited hatred. Like he spread lies and like parroted Nazi talking points. Like I think people confuse like free speech with like I have to support that speech. And also again, the deep irony that we actually don't have free speech when it comes to Palestine. Like we don't actually have free speech across all issues. You know what I mean? There's room for this hateful rhetoric. And I'm like, honestly, just insane. Like anti-MLK, like really like even people who are like, whose legacies have been so deeply sanitized from their actual radical roots. Like he's still talking shit or he still was talking shit. I was going to say, I feel like it's okay to be like, oh, I'm horrified that this man was shot in broad daylight. I feel like it's not actually okay to be like, and he was a decent man. Like, fuck you.
Well, yeah, the great irony is now that the MAGA right is doing the same like whiny, like cancel culture bullshit that they were so against in 2016 to 2020, right?
Like, by the way, this is not new. They've always had that hypocrisy. Yeah, they're true. Like, why can't we have an anti-trans speaker? But then you have someone speaking about anything they don't like, and they cry too.
They've weaponized it far more effectively than the Democrats ever did.
How did they get away with that?
I don't know, but now, like with this firing that I just mentioned, but also Trump even saying, I want to defund every leftist organization where anyone said anything slightly bad about Charlie Kirk. They're defunding and trying to get rid of anyone who says anything about Israel. It really
By the way, like to tie in something we talked about last episode that I was on, there's been like further defunding of the humanities. I don't even want to get into it. I don't feel like talking about it. But I do feel like there is something to trying to like defund like subjects that teach critical thinking that is also kind of very fascist in intent. Like
we got to outsource all of our thinking to AI.
Yeah, right. But like in the name of efficiency, to take away like people's tools to learn about history, to like learn about to learn like basic ways in which to question the world is also like, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Okay, what you got?
Let me read this lovely headline from NBC News. Texas A&M fires professor over gender identity lesson in literature course. So this is interesting because it kind of ties into that court case that we talked about, the Supreme Court case.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that's bizarre to me is that it was not at a high school level. It was at a university level. And I knew that Texas A&M had like a conservative reputation, but it's still an accredited university. It's not like a Bob Jones situation or like a, And so this was in a course that was, I think, probably for future educators mostly, but I'm not sure who else, if you could just take it, but about children's literature. And so in this course about children's literature, this college professor happened to show a video, or no, someone took a video, of a professor talking about a children's book that featured gay characters.
Okay.
And this fucking snowflake of a college student videoed their professor, reported them to the university, and said that this was illegal under like the law and due to Donald Trump's executive order. I'm not sure which executive order. Oh, I didn't even know this. There's been so many fucking executive orders. The student then mentioned, okay, so let me just read this a little bit. In the now viral video shared by State Representative Brian Harrison on social media Monday morning, a professor can be heard mentioning gender and sexuality. And then a student can be heard interrupting and telling the professor, I'm not entirely sure this is legal to be teaching. Mm-hmm. The student then mentioned Trump's executive order that declares that the U.S. only recognizes 2 unchangeable sexes and prohibits federal funds from being used to promote gender ideology. Mm-hmm. The professor then disagreed with the student, saying what we're doing is not illegal. But the fucking college didn't have the professor's back. They fired the professor, which
we're
is
finally
insane.
getting that like chain meme from MySpace forever ago. Do you remember those?
No.
Where it used to be like devil worshipping anarchist professor walks into class one day and says, if God is real, then he'll stop me from writing God is a big homo on the chalkboard. He'll strike me down. And then he writes God is a big homo on the chalkboard and nothing happened. And then a brave soldier or a student, one brave student who happened to be a veteran of Vietnam or something, stood up and said, God is real. He allowed you to do that. And then the professor says, I don't know. He says no or something. Do you remember these?
I've literally no idea what you're talking about.
And then it's like, share if you believe in God. If
this
you're
was like a MySpace phenomenon?
There's like all these like initial chain means like share this.
North Carolina MySpace.
It was all these like it was all these stories that you're supposed to share about like these atheist professors.
I literally have no idea. This is a fascinating genre. It sounds like a great article.
Honestly, this is probably what cooked most people's brains initially to thinking, like starting to form universities as these like godless institutions that were against American values specifically, because it was always a professor. It was always a college professor, but it was always a college professor either versus a student who happened to be a veteran or a Christian girl.
Love that overlap between like the veteran and like patriotism, almost as a religion. That's great.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it would be like a college professor says America is the worst country in the world. And, he burns the flag in front of the students or something like that. Sometimes it would be like that.
Interesting. And then the students are like, it's because
not the students, not the students. One exceptional brave student stands up to the devilish professor. I'm gonna fix your mic real quick.
But anyway, super depressing stuff, really terrible precedent, really worrisome. And again, like the irony of like the left being called crybabies, like so pathetic. Like not only to me, it's also so strange that like if you had told me this happened in a high school or especially like a middle school or elementary school setting in Texas, I'd be like, that's fucked up. I'm not surprised. But this happened at a college level when you were taking a class to learn how to teach. And you're just exposed to the wide variety of children's literature out there and you can't fucking stomach that. So pathetic.
Yeah.
Like literally hilarious. I'm dying. So dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Crazy. Anything else on that?
No, it was really sad.
Okay. Another tragedy that kind of got, overshadowed by the Charlie Kirk news is this woman who was stabbed to death on the light rail in North Carolina in Charlotte.
Oh shit.
Did you hear about this?
No.
So it's a really sad story.
Stabbing is very British.
Stabbing is very British. However, neither of these
guns.
People were British.
Okay. Yeah.
So this 23-year-old Ukrainian woman who was a recent, I guess, immigrant to the US, she like fled Ukraine because of the war, was on the light rail earlier, like last week or the week before. And this man just randomly stabbed her in the neck and she ended up dying.
God, how awful.
And it's really scary. And like there's video of it. It's terrifying. I'm not really sure exactly how it goes down because all I've seen from the video is that...
Why do you watch these videos?
I don't watch them. They just pop up.
Okay.
They pop up.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't gone to like look for a whole thing. This is why I'm saying I'm kind of confused because he does stab her. Like he gets up, you can kind of see that he like assaults her. You can't really see what happens, and then he walks away, and she's sitting there crying, kind of.
Okay.
But then she dies. Like there are people around while she seems to be crying, and I'm like, why did no one go to her? Like that's all.
Is it like
weird.
spliced? Like
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess this is all besides the point. But the video is, she's like this really petite, pretty
Blonde.
European, blonde,
Great.
Ukrainian, who again fled like a war-torn country.
The only good refugee is a blonde refugee.
And the guy who stabbed her is this like tall black man with dreads.
Great.
And it turns out, like I've read it in other places, but the guy who stabbed her, it was just schizophrenic. He has,
so
like,
sad,
but
not
break.
like right. There wasn't like a motive.
And it's no. It's just like you could tell, like
Awful,
he just kind of goes
violence,
nuts,
yeah.
and it's awful. It's like still,
but like
horrible.
random, yeah.
But a lot of people, I mean, now the U.S. House, which is legislature, is very conservative, is trying to bring back the death penalty on the back of this, on the heel of this tragedy.
Wait, North Carolina doesn't have the death penalty?
It's been on, so the death penalty has been on hold since 2006 due to a series of lawsuits.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah. So
what were the lawsuits? Were they not killing people effectively?
I don't know. They're legal in North Carolina, but they've been put on hold. And I guess the Democratic governorship never actually like tried to
do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because not all Democratic governors are anti-death penalty.
That's true.
I'm super anti-death penalty.
I think Roy Cooper probably would have been. He probably doesn't care to make that his issue. He doesn't want to be the governor who
brings it back,
restarts. And also now Josh Stein, who's the governor now. But I'm surprised Pat McCrory didn't do it because he was governor in 2006.
That was before my time.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't he Republican?
Pat McCrory was Republican.
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say is that they're trying to use this tragedy
for this man who was mentally ill.
Yeah. And also like
not for like all of the fucking white supremacists that kill people.
Well, that's true. But also actually, I did talk about this on the last episode, but I ended up cutting it out. I actually had a segment on this. And I was going to say that the, what was I going to say? Sorry, I just got distracted.
That's okay. While you're thinking about it, I'm going to say, I just really firmly am against the death penalty. I just think it's very dangerous to give the state the power to execute its citizens. I don't think it makes sense.
It's not good, especially if you read a lot of the reporting, again, by Elizabeth Brunig and a lot of people who report on the death penalty. It's really brutal the way when someone writes out exactly what has to happen. And a lot of states where it's legal now, they're having trouble finding doctors who will actually administer the drugs. They often have to sneak people into the prison to make it happen. To really they go through a lot of steps to kill someone.
Yeah.
And there have been a lot of botched executions lately because sometimes the drugs are expired or
I'm remembering now reading one of her pieces. Yeah.
Or they can't find the vein or like someone ends up writhing around.
That's essentially torture.
Yeah. Someone gets tortured for a while before they die.
Cruel and unusual punishment. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't honestly, I'm not well read enough in prison abolition, though I definitely support it. But I like minimally incarcerate people. I don't believe people should be incarcerated truthfully for life either. I think that we should focus more on rehabilitation, but like, yeah, just don't kill people. Like I feel strongly about that.
It's also crazy.
And it's so racially biased too. Like the number of people who die are overwhelmingly people of color. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really nuts that the people who are for guns and liberty and they're just like Charlie Kirk, right? Like they want people to own guns to fight back against the tyrannical government, still want to give their governments the power to kill people.
That's the thing that's very inconsistent. Like when the right is in power, they're not really for small government. They just want to also get to enforce their will on other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so terrible. I totally missed that news story. You're right. I think the Kirk thing is kind of like, because normally if there's a North Carolina story, I feel like it's in my orbit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, sad all around also.
Yeah. That's the thing that I feel like people are talking about this. They, obviously, again, focus on how horrible it is that this young woman died.
Yeah, who's already traumatized.
No one's talking about the mental illness aspect of it. Like
And
this guy,
guy's lack of access to care.
they do talk about the fact that he had been arrested before. I don't know how many times, but they're just like, oh, he should have been in jail for forever, right? Their solution for it is the carceral system.
Instead of
when
like
clearly
actual support.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, it should be proof that having mentally ill people be taken care of solely by the carceral system is not a way to limit violence from people who are having a mental break.
This is such a like trite thing to say, but maybe it'll resonate with someone. I have a family member who I'm very close to who has not schizophrenia, but a mood psychological disorder, and who has had like one or two like very public breakdowns, and just like changed the way I thought about people I saw on the street. Like just thinking about like all the people who like we had to do so much to work the system to get this family member support. And just thinking about like the vast majority of Americans who don't have those resources, it's kind of stunning that there aren't even more people that are,
The other thing that I saw in the
struggling
comments
in that way
about this story, just like on social media and stuff, when I've seen it posted, I always go into the comments to just read what people are saying.
Same.
And it's a lot of people actually asking for the National Guard or military to
for this one thing,
people
one person
who look like they are in Charlotte, North Carolina, asking for the, they're just like, when are we going to get the National Guard or military here? Like people begging for their own military occupation, which is something that I found different than a lot of other. It just struck me as a lot different.
Strikes me as the fucking Confederate South rising again.
Well, no, I mean, the Confederate South wouldn't be asking for federal military occupation.
But now they have like fascists in power. It sounds like they just want more guns around to intimidate black people and people of color in North Carolina.
That's right. I think
fucking assholes. The lost ones, fucking crybabies.
I will say the comments did cross racial lines from what I saw. I know it's not a statistical sample size
surprised to
or
hear
anything like that.
I mean, now the National Guard's going to Memphis, which is interesting. They pivoted from Chicago, but another city with a very big black population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it is. It's just like a weird show of force against all the, not always majority black, but like either, heavily black cities or black leadership.
Mayor.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, another awful fallout of the Kirk story. Just like before they found the shooter, there were a bunch of threats on HBUs across the country. HBCUs, yeah, historically black colleges and universities. People like classes were canceled. Like it seemed like a pretty systematic thing across the whole country. And it just, again, so bizarre. Like there was no indications that the shooter was black. Like I don't know why the fuck that's correlated.
Yeah.
People just get rabid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I had on the North Carolina thing. I just think it's
this is such a violent
really
episode.
gross.
I feel bad. We have to like end with something more positive.
No, I know. I was looking up because I didn't know what we'd be talking about today, so I was trying to find some Dear Prudence things we could maybe answer.
What? That's so
it's
cute
like
and random.
Advice column.
Yeah, that's so old school though. I'm surprised you even know that.
Yeah.
I like Dear Abby.
Dear Abby?
Yeah.
Well, we don't pay for Slate.
We don't.
So Dear Prudence is not available to us.
That's okay.
How could we do this?
How could we end on a more positive note?
Hold on.
Let's talk about, I've always got ideas. Let's talk about what we've got going on this next week.
No.
Okay. Your plans are doing well. That's positive.
Dear Prudence, help. I went camping with friends and things took a flirty turn. The question is, Dear Prudy, I'm a young woman and a female friend of mine invited me to go camping this past weekend with two guys. My friend has a crush on one of the guys, Dave, who flirted with me the entire time. I really liked him and flirted back. He asked for my number and I texted him the next day to tell him I enjoyed meeting him. He said he wanted to see me again. I was very excited to hear this, but by the time he responded, I had talked with my friend who informed me that she would be hurt if we did go out and that she had been annoyed with our flirting. So I told Dave that I was only interested in friendship for now, which is not true. I couldn't tell him that my friend has a crush on him. Clearly, if Dave was interested in my friend, he would have made a move a long time ago. I also feel like it's a bit juvenile to give up an opportunity to date someone simply because my friend has a crush. Prudy, what do you think?
I have strong thoughts on this. I think that it's immature to like call dibs. Like if someone's not into you, you should just let your friend have them. Yeah, I feel like that's a weird move. I think it's different if
Does it depend on how good the friend is?
No.
What if it's like your best friend?
But I don't have best friends who are needy in that way. Like,
but what if you did? What if you had like a friend, a really good friend who just had a long unrequited romance or crush on someone,
and they've never even like gone on a date with this person?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I would maybe not make moves just like out of respect for my friend, but I probably wouldn't be as close with them because I just feel like that's weird behavior. If you're both single, like life is short, you know?
Yeah.
I think also like I've had the situation before. I think this is a different situation where like I had a friend, there was someone who seemed like they were kind of into both of us and were kind of down for whatever. And then I would like step aside and be like, hey, go for it. Cause I knew that this is one situation I'm thinking about. And I was like, oh, like she obviously was very excited about him.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like down for either of us. And so I was like, cool, you got it. Go for it. I think that's different though, because he was at least interested in her too. If he was not interested in her at all, like I feel like, I don't think I've been in this exact situation, but I'm sure I have. I'm just thinking about it like if I was really into someone and then I could finally tell like, oh, they're actually just not that into me, they're into my friend, I would just be like, oh, then they should be together. Like I don't think I would take it personally if nothing had ever happened between us.
Yeah, I think some details are missing, right? Like how much does this person like this other person? Like to what degree?
But if they're like pining over someone without any return of affection, that sounds very middle school. Like we're all adults. Like they sound like they have an issue, you know?
You know, there's something about, again, it depends on how good this friend is. Are you just camping with them for the first time or whatever? But if it's like a good friend, I can see how the loyalty to the friend would matter more than this person who you don't really, you know, you just kind of got flirty with.
What claim does this person have?
No, I'm not saying like it's rational or it's like necessarily like makes sense on the friend's part, but I guess I'm saying I agree with you, right? Like if these are people who are just like casual friends, not really bonded friends.
Yeah.
You know? Then yeah, it's like what control can she have over your life? But if they're really close friends, if this is someone who you really love and is close to you, then it shouldn't matter if in this case if they're being rational or not.
Yeah.
Because you just met this person and you're just like, who's more important to me?
I guess, but like I think thankfully, like I definitely have acquaintances that I could see doing something like this, but I don't have any. Yeah. I can be a little intense about friendship. So I guess I also have like a kind of strict definition for who I think of as like close friends, but I don't have any close friends who would do that. I also think
that if you still are interested in the person, even if it's a close friend, you don't necessarily have to write them off. It's just maybe you approach it differently. You kind of get to know this person as friends.
That's even worse because you're playing like a long game because you're trying to get with them.
No, but then if it becomes like, oh, this is actually my soulmate, because this is.
Oh, that's a good point. Like see how much you actually are into them.
See how much you're into this person, right? Like
that's fair.
Because a soulmate situation could be worth, telling your friend, being like, yo, I'm sorry, I love you, but this is the thing that makes sense in my life.
Yeah.
But it's not worth throwing away a good friend for a hookup with someone you had chemistry with.
I was thinking something spicy to say, but you're probably going to cut it.
What?
Oh, you can cut it if you want.
Okay.
It's not that spicy, but like I had a friend who I wasn't very close to who was also into you. And I would say forget that friendship any day. I mean, obviously I would because now I married you.
Uh-huh.
But I think whatever, you got to go for it.
Okay.
I forgot the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if people are being possessive, like, oh, he was supposed to be mine, it's like, if that was true, you would have gotten him, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel on this. Is that, like, it depends. It depends on a lot of variables.
Yeah.
How close you are to this friend and how much you like this
now
person.
That you're saying that, if I'm trying to think, if I'm thinking about like really dear friends, if I had heard them really hype someone up a lot, then actually it would never occur to me to even flirt with them.
Right.
So that's true. But like, I would be a little concerned if I was like, oh, this guy's clearly not into you, but I wouldn't like want to hurt them. You're right.
Yeah.
It depends on how close the friend is. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Good. That was
right.
good, Ahmed. That really helped us get away from the violence. Good job.
Yeah. Should we find another one?
Yeah, let's do one more. And then I'm going to eat some Sour Patch Kids.
Okay. This one's from a while ago, but it sounds interesting. I refuse to help my sister catch her cheating husband. She's furious. Question. I've been struggling with my relationship with my sister for some time. 5 years ago, she asked me to loan her $5,000. She believed her spouse was cheating on her. I fully believe he was. When she confronted him, he refused to fess up. She had been breaking into his email and accounts to try to find evidence of his wrongdoing. She asked to borrow the money to install a hidden surveillance in their home to gather evidence of his infidelity. I was in between jobs at the time and had not secured a new position. Meanwhile, I was also moving from one very expensive city to another and felt cash poor at the time. When I shared this, she told me that I could just put the $5,000 on my credit card.
Oof.
I didn't think this was wise on multiple fronts.
Yeah.
I didn't feel I was in a position to be loaning money when I was without a job. Plus, I also struggled with the idea of my sister invading her husband's privacy in their home and the potential legalities of this, even if he's up to no good. In the end, I spent all the cash in my accounts and maxed out my credit card before I received a paycheck, so I felt I was justified in being cautious about loaning such a large sum when I was unemployed.
Okay, here's my thought on this.
Yeah.
I think, don't lend $5,000.
Oh, sorry,
if you
there's
don't
more.
have it.
There's more.
Okay.
Since that time, my sister has completely distanced herself from me. Each time I'm around her, she does something cruel to me or humiliates me in front of others. I think she views this as justified since I didn't help her in her time of need. There's more, but I feel like we get the idea.
Yeah. Okay. This is actually really fun. Good idea. I feel like, $5,000 is a lot of money. And I feel like I would also not lend that, especially if I was maxing out a credit card. But I also think it's really messed up to be like, oh, his privacy should be protected. 100%. If I thought someone was cheating on my sister, I would like go over and go through all of his shit like immediately. I wouldn't like spend money doing it, but I would do it for free. I would absolutely be like, look through his emails, look through his like 100%. Let's get evidence.
Is the approach when someone's cheating on someone to try to catch them, or should you just confront them?
Well, I think that it can affect like alimony and stuff in court if you have evidence. Yeah. I know when we had a family member who was being cheated on, it was like, let's try and find evidence thing.
I see.
But I feel like that is weird to be like, why are you trying to protect his privacy? He's cheating on your sister. That's such a mean thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if she thinks it's credible. It'd be one thing if you were like, oh, she's crazy. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't believe her. But I feel like that's very strange.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like she maybe mistakenly thought there were legal issues associated with surveilling him.
Yeah, surveillance cameras are a little heavy, but you're not going to go to jail for looking through your spouse's email. You know what I mean?
No. But she specifically asked her to set up like this.
Yeah. No, that's
surveillance system.
I think that's too much. I also just think that's just like a lot of money for something that you could probably just catch.
She was just like Richard Nixon. She asked to borrow the money to install hidden surveillance in her home.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah. But I also, yeah.
To hire just like a team of plumbers to go in and put in cameras and microphones and stuff.
What's your take?
I feel like my take is the sister's kind of crazy. Like it sucks, but also, I don't know. Like, I guess if you can't catch him, then just that's your business. You got to figure that out.
No, I think it's okay to ask for family support. I think
it's great. It's fine to ask for family support.
Just not for literal surveillance.
But to be mad and to ignore your sister, who is clearly having a hard time financially because she's not going to put $5,000 in her credit card. That's insane.
Yeah, that's asking for too much. It doesn't seem fair.
It's like, I'm sorry, your husband is shitty.
Right.
And it sounds like maybe this sister would have done some other things.
I don't know.
Or
She
was-
doesn't sound that down. I think the only thing that I thought I didn't really like about the writer was like he has a right to his privacy thing. Like, no, be a girl's girl for your sister. Come on. He doesn't have a right to anything if he's cheating on her. I guess he has a right to not be on candid camera, but besides that,
How else would you catch someone?
I think just going through their texts and
Texts
emails.
and
Yeah.
emails. What if you don't email? What if you use Signal?
I mean, you can still get his phone while he's sleeping or something, you know?
But what, you can't get into his Signal. It's encrypted.
No, it's not. I mean, it's
You gotta
encrypted,
break a
but
code.
you could, no, you just open Signal and it's there.
You got to hack it.
I don't know why people make it seem like Signal is so sophisticated.
And then you won't know because you don't know who you're talking to on Signal. It's going to be like
that is true. I never know who I'm talking to on Signal.
someone called Leapfrog. And you're
That's
just
true.
like, well, why are you?
I know we're helping organize an event for next week, and I actually don't know two of the main people
Yeah.
because of the Signal chat. I don't like Signal. I don't care
like
if it's
Signal
more
either.
secure.
Yeah.
WhatsApp is enough.
I miss BBM,
What's that?
BlackBerry Messenger.
You had you had a BlackBerry. I never had a
did.
BlackBerry.
Dude, I was in
missed
business
that.
school, so I had to have a BlackBerry.
I remember I got my first iPhone my sophomore year, and it was like a game changer.
Yeah, it's pretty revolutionary.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy.
Okay, yeah, this one was pretty easy actually. I don't like this one.
All right, I think that's it. I think we're done. That was a good one to go out on. We agreed.
Oh wait, here's a good one.
Okay. Last one, right?
We could actually help with this one.
Okay. Last one.
Maybe. Hold on.
I want this to be
think
the last one.
Oh, never mind. This isn't a different one.
No.
Okay, bye.
Bye.